Hello and welcome to another update video about the NASDAQ. Just a quick update before the market opens. Obviously the futures market is already running. This is the futures chart, but there are not really any new impulses from the futures market at the moment. So we are waiting for the, let's say, the cash market to open. The situation is unchanged from the last video. In fact, actually since the last video, I think we had a reaction to that micro support zone. And actually we've seen a nice reaction and another high. We have a pretty full wave count now to the upside in this ABC rally, which is in my primary count part of a corrective rally in wave B. Very similar to what other indices are doing as well. So the idea is that we, from this top that was formed end of March here, that we received the first signals that really a long-term top could have been struck. Really long-term top, you can see that here. This should be an ABC that would then just form a larger A wave, then another B wave rally. So we could be ranging for a while before then the real sell-off starts in circle wave C. That has the potential to go down further going forward. But the idea is that, yeah, we had an A wave down, B wave rally. If we go to the 30-minute chart, and you can actually see how this B wave rally is unfolding. It is in the resistance area, which is highlighted in red. The resistance area itself is not so relevant because a B wave sometimes overshoots. Yeah, they can overshoot, especially if the A wave is a 3-wave move, and we might be dealing with a so-called flat correction. So the red zone is the standard resistance area, so it just offers some guidance. And then we have the Fibonacci extensions, which are based on the length of the A wave. And then we compare that with the length of the C wave. And we get here a range between 18,244 and 18,787. And this is just based on the extensions. This is typically what a C wave would do. Okay, so there are basically two ranges to watch. In addition to that, we're looking at structural resistance. And the next one is here, which is the early April top around 18,530. What is important now is next Fibonacci resistance is at 18,366. Then we've got 18,450 and 18,576. Ideally, I'd like to see a reversal to the downside before we break above those levels, and also the structural resistance that I already mentioned. In fact, there is a range of structural resistances. This is just all resistance now. You know, we are in a resistance range, and the market ideally starts to turn down somewhere from here. At the moment, while I record this video, there is no evidence for a top, and I would be very careful with getting too bearish until we see a break of micro support. What kind of support that is, I'm going to tell you now. Zooming in, you can see that we have an ABC, and the C wave is now, it reacted to the micro support area. We can take that off the chart. It's not relevant anymore, but it has now a nice 5-wave move up. I cannot rule out another high, you know, and therefore, as I said, until we break micro support, there isn't really any top signal. The earliest break down point that I can offer here is this swing low at 18,105 points. A break below that would already indicate that at least a local top is in place. But then we need to rule out that a larger 5-wave move up is forming, and then the support area would be the 61.8 going down to the 61.8 fib. And I will add that to the chart in orange. It's 17,750. So this is our support area, okay? And if I add a, let's say, bullish alternative to the chart, we're dealing then with a diagonal pattern, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. This looks more like a 5-wave move, so I'm leaning more towards, yeah, as an ABC structure, but cannot rule out that maybe wave 1 was a diagonal, whatever. Important is to, I think, understand that the next key support is the golden ratio level. If that breaks 17,750, especially if it breaks in 5 waves, then we have additional evidence of a top. And if we get 5 waves down from here, breaking below 17,750, then a corrective rally, which would stay below this top, then we have a good setup for C wave to the downside targeting, and that is not fixed. This is just a moving target zone because it depends on the last high. 16,780 would then be the first key target to the downside with the potential to extend. So I think we are sort of toppy, you know, there is still potential to move higher as long as we are above the orange box. And I wouldn't want to get bearish until we break that. But for me, the structure to the upside looks clearly corrective, which is why I'm in favor of the white count. But very important, the wording, I'm not calling a top yet. I'm watching those levels and I'm watching for a break of support for confirmation, which hasn't happened yet. But this is what's going to be relevant in the coming days, maybe already today. That's my update about the NASDAQ. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, as well as regular updates about stocks, then feel free to check out our stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.